We'll open with a statement from Coach and then turn it over to questions for players and coaches. Jeremy, just an opening statement about being back at the College Cup with your team this year.
No, we're just really excited to be here. Had a fantastic year, and as we don't do too much outcome goal setting, but the one we always have in the program is, can we play as many games as possible to enjoy being together as long as possible? And so it's awesome to still be playing in December, and we're excited to get going tomorrow.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open it up. Hey, Jeremy, Steve Goff, The Washington Post. What do you know about Georgetown? Obviously, it's not a common opponent for you, but what's your insight on the Hoyas?
Well, we played last year. Brian's an excellent coach, does a fantastic job there, and obviously they're here for a reason. And so I think it's a great soccer team, and I think there's some similarities between the two teams, actually, when you look at how the game's played. I think they're very organised, very disciplined, and it should be a straight-up match-up in a lot of ways. And so at this stage, you're going to play against good teams, and Georgetown are a good team, and it should be a cracking game.
Hi, Jeremy. John Fanda from the Big East Digital Network. When you think about this group's identity and what the program's been able to do, I know that you didn't end up coming out with the Pac-12, but
thanks for reminding us that.
But at the same time, you're here in the College Cup. What's kind of been the difference for this group, as of late to get all the way here? And I guess, what does that say about the Pac-12, how good of a league it is?
The Pac-12 is a really strong conference, and we play each other twice. And in the middle of the season, we had a pivotal weekend that cost us the league, where our captain got injured mid-game, and the next game we were without him, and then we got a red card in the next game, and we fought through with a loss and a tie that weekend, and that was the difference in the conference, and it just shows how competitive it is and how tough it is. But it gives us great experiences through the year. I think in soccer, it's nice to be winning 3 and 4-0 and everybody high-fiving and being happy, but when you're in a great conference, it's sleeves rolled up every single game, and I think that really galvanizes the team and really makes us battle-hardened and battle-ready when it comes to the NCAA tournament, which then helps us as we go through really tough games, trying to advance to the College Cup.
Derek, how much does Stanford's experience in these big situations help this time around?
It's definitely helpful. I mean, we have a good number of guys on the team that obviously have been to 1 or 2 College Cups in their time here at Stanford already. So while we do have a lot of guys that this is their first time around being here, I think we'll definitely lean on some of us older guys for that experience and that wisdom and knowledge moving forward. Some of the young guys definitely will have a bit of nerves, but definitely a lot of excitement as well. And that energy is great to bring in, but then you have a bit of that experience that some of us older guys bring, and I think that'll be beneficial for us.
For both Logan and Derek, I know that it means that guys have to finish, but you two have combined for 16 assists on the season. How can you speak to just the movement and the way that this team just shapes up offensively, and when you're dishing it off, you've got some finishers that can put it in the back of the net?
Should have scored more goals.
Yeah, I mean, should have like at least 20 between us two. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think speaking to the offensive nature of our team, I think we have only been shut out one time this whole entire season, and to be a team that people see as just a defensive unit that defends, I think sometimes we get overlooked as the attacking force that we are. As for the assists, it's all about just putting the ball in the right spot, giving the people on your team a chance.
Yeah, just to add on to that, I think as you look through, we have a lot of guys that have scored a few goals. It's not just one guy scoring 20, 25 goals. Our scoring has been very balanced throughout the year. And so you never know on any given night who it's going to be, which is great. We have 6, 7, 8 different people that are very likely to be the ones getting on the score sheet, whether that's from a set piece in the flow of play. So I think our job definitely going back to your point on assists, is just like Logan said, putting the ball in the right areas and letting those guys attack on set pieces and the flow of play. And you never know who it could be on any given night.
Jeremy, you said you see a lot of similarities between you and Georgetown. So in a game where there is this much similar about the two sides, what do you think it comes down to?
It's just execution on the night. It's that simple. They're two great teams. I think if the teams played 10 games in a row, you'd have a really balanced outcome. Obviously, it's a one-off game. It's a playoff game, a semi-final. And so it's just really about executing on the night and who performs best on the occasion.
I know these are one-off scenarios, but what is the feeling around this group when you're in a PK shootout and seemingly time and again this program is winning them?
It's just bad coaching. We're not good enough to win in regulation. So, no, we just with everything in life, everything sport, you prepare, you practice, and I think we work hard at every facet of the game. And so, as we go through this, I think people talk about confidence, and confidence is knowing that you can do something well, and knowing that you can do something well comes from training, deliberate practice. And so we work hard at everything in the game, and we know that we're going to get opportunities in the game. We're going to get opportunities in the flow of play, opportunities on set pieces, and who knows, maybe opportunities from the penalty spot. And so we've worked hard at that, and as a result, I felt that, we've always been prepared to play in games, and then when it's come down to it, been prepared in those moments.
Logan, kind of the same question to you from a player's perspective, that mindset from the players in a PK situation.
I think that it all stems from good preparation. There's no two ways about it. If you practice something a lot, you're going to be confident with it. It's a high pressure situation. There's a lot of mentality that goes into it, and I think our team culture embodies just being able to embrace those challenges and know that you've done this before. You've practiced it over and over again, so do it again.
And Derek, the other side of that, he's not here, but speak to your keeper and the confidence you have in him in those situations.
Yeah, again, it comes down to preparation. He does a great job in training, preparing for those moments, doing his homework, all of that. And so I don't think it's any surprise to any one of us on the team that he's had the success that he's had coming up with some of those big saves.
Jeremy, do you think your guys are better both ways? Because your guys have to practice taking PKs against Andrew and vice versa?
I would think so, yeah. But sometimes it's better for the players not to be seeing the keepers, because if you're facing a keeper all the time in training, then it becomes kind of ridiculous, because the keeper knows your tells and everything and that type of thing. So there comes a stage where we remove the keepers, or I stand in goal, or whatever it is, help boost their confidence even more. Get hit on the head as well.
Jeremy, what did you see from Georgetown's effort against Washington? You obviously know the Huskies well, that you take into this game here this weekend.
I think they're a hard-working team. In the game, I thought it was a typical playoff game. It was really tight, really difficult for chances to be open. For a long extended period, Georgetown didn't look like they were going to find a way through Washington. Washington scored the early goal, but like I say, they hung in there and they just stuck around, and then scored a good free kick that suddenly opened the game up, and then they capitalized in that moment after that. And so nothing too much from that. I think both teams will know each other pretty well, and there's probably not more to read into it than that, really.
Zach Bacale, NCAA.com. Jeremy, this is somewhat of a homecoming for you, coming back from Charlotte a couple years ago. What does it mean to you to kind of get to coach from a place you once brought another team to the College Cup?
Well, yeah, I was down in Charlotte. The College Cup then was in Alabama, but no, it's interesting, because when I took over at Charlotte in 2007, the College Cup was here. And so, taken over a lower level program, and it was exciting to come up and watch the College Cup and say, okay, this is where we want to be able to go to. This is where I'd like to be. And so got to watch that, and then worked hard with that group. They had a great run in 2011, and we just fell short in in the final. But no, I mean, we could be playing on the moon and I'd be excited no matter where we're going. So, no matter the venue, this is a beautiful place, great hospitality with everything. So we're going to be happy to play. So to be honest, that was a different part of time, and it doesn't really factor into this now. Very happy with what we do at Stanford, and very excited to be here with Stanford.
Anything else? All right. Thank you, guys, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you so much,
you.
guys.